Now for your forewarned weather with Thomas Geboy.
Good morning, Utah, and happy Friday. We finally made it to the end of the work week. We'll begin with the forewarned radar, where things are nice and calm out there this morning. You won't find any issues as you head off to work or school. Weather-wise, there could be a little bit of light fog along the Wasatch Front, Wasatch back, but it doesn't look like it's going to be too dense out there. But of course, we'll continue to keep track of that as we go throughout the next few hours. So things this morning, relatively clear across the state, and we have some pretty nice views to go along with that. Here's the current view in southeastern Utah in Blanding, one of the spots where we typically see our first sunrise being in the southeastern corner of the state, where we have that now sunrise glow over the horizon as we transitioned from darkness to daylight. But we still have about an hour to go before we officially hit that sunrise time. In northern Utah, Park City Mountain, you can see that glow beginning to happen right over the horizon right there, but otherwise a clear start to the morning and really pretty from Park City Mountain, where in Park City itself, we're sitting at 33, but I fully anticipate that up on the mountain, we'll probably see the snow guns at full blast throughout the morning. Right now, we're sitting at 29 degrees in Logan, 37 in Salt Lake, 31 in Cedar, and waking up to a temperature of 48 degrees in St. George. Most of us are beginning with temperatures in the 20s and 30s. Obviously, St. George, one of the warmer spots in the upper 40s, so depending on where you are, you're either going to want the jacket or you're going to want the sweater. By this afternoon, though, you might be fine with just a sweater or maybe even a long sleeve shirt. In northern Utah, daytime highs will mainly be in the 50s, while in central and southern Utah, we'll see a good mix of 50s and 60s. It'll be turning cool again tonight with overnight lows very similar compared to what we're waking up to this morning. But by tomorrow, we start to see some big changes. We'll talk more about that in just one second, but we'll go through your daytime highs and your overnight lows first. Along the Wasatch Front, we'll be in the mid to upper 50s this afternoon, while Park City gets to 51. And we'll see a daytime high mainly in the low 50s over in Tooele at 53. In central Utah, we'll get to 64 in Green River, 56 in Emery, and 58 in Gunnison. Then down in southern Utah, we'll get to 68 in St. George, which will likely lead the way, 63 in Lake Powell, 53 in Torrey, and a daytime high of 61 in Milford. And across the state, we'll see mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies today, as high pressure has briefly returned. If you look off to our east and towards the Great Lakes, that's the storm system that arrived yesterday. But as we look a little bit further down the road to the west, we have two systems that'll be working their way in. The first one will arrive tomorrow. That's coming in from the California coastline. And the second one is what you see off to our northwest. So let's put it into motion, and I'll go from today into tomorrow. The system coming in from the Pacific coast is going to be decaying as it works its way in. So it's not going to bring us as much moisture compared to what they're going to see in California. However, I think through the day tomorrow, we'll still be looking at a pretty decent chance for showers across the state. And with temperatures only cooling down a little bit compared to today, that snow line likely staying quite high, above 7,000 feet. But as we go into Sunday, that system coming in from the Pacific Northwest moves in. And this system looks like it's going to be a potent one, which will likely bring us a better chance of wet weather across the state, especially in central and in northern Utah. And with those winds out of the northwest, it's going to have a colder core associated with it. And those snow levels, they will begin to drop. And we'll hold on to a pretty decent chance for moisture throughout the day on Sunday, potentially lingering into early on Monday. As we go into early next week, though, high pressure will build in and we'll settle into a calmer and more seasonal stretch as we approach Thanksgiving. But when it comes to moisture, we could do quite well over the next couple of days, especially in central and northern Utah, where the precipitation potential based on this model showing a lot in northern Utah will pick up at least 1/10 of an inch, but a lot of spots could actually pick up maybe over 1/2 an inch of liquid water. Meanwhile, when it comes to the snow potential, that snow line staying quite high through Saturday. But by Sunday into early on Monday, our central and northern mountains could pick up several inches of snow plus, while we also could see some accumulations down in our southern Utah mountains. Now, we're still a little bit too far away to the point where our high-res forecast models can really get a good picture of what's going to be happening with the snow totals. But I'm thinking for our northern Utah mountains, we could definitely pick up over 1/2 foot for a lot of mountains, and maybe the cottonwoods picking up around 1 foot of snow. Again, we'll have to fine tune that just as we get a little bit closer when we see those high-res forecast models. But putting it all into perspective on what we're tracking for you, today will be mild and calm, and then tomorrow will bring isolated to scattered showers across the state with those snow lines staying likely above 7,000 feet. Then on Sunday, we'll see a stronger and colder storm arriving with those lowering snow levels with potentially some decent snow for our central and northern Utah mountains. But the kicker here is that if the moisture holds on long enough, there is the potential for northern valley snow. Again, that's if the moisture holds on long enough. It's still a little bit of a tricky forecast, so all that to say is just stay tuned. We'll continue to keep you posted. In St. George, we'll go from the upper 60s today to the low 60s for both Saturday and Sunday with the chance for scattered showers. Daytime highs below average Monday into Tuesday before we see a daytime high in the low 60s as we approach Thanksgiving under partly cloudy skies. Then along the Wasatch Front, we'll see upper 50s today, middle 50s tomorrow with isolated showers and a good chance for showers on Sunday with daytime highs dropping into the 40s. Sunday through early next week, overnight lows in the 20s. Then as we approach Thanksgiving, daytime highs near our seasonal averages and maybe even a slight chance by Thanksgiving itself. As we check the traffic out there this morning,